We're parked near the Cumbria Hotel in Grange-Over-Sands. Little car park just in front. We walk 50 yards down the road heading towards Grange and you'll see a sign, Netherwood Spa Hotel. We turn left there over the railway line leading towards the promenade. As we cross over the bridge and turn right, we can see, you know, the top half of Morecambe Bay. The Arnside is in front of us. Somewhere, we can't quite see it, but it is there. It's at the back of these, back of them trees somewhere. So we're going to start by walking down the side of the railway line on the promenade. Have a quick look round and then head off towards Cartmel and then back over the top of Hampsfell and make it around. And we'll just give you a quick look now. We're looking out towards Morecambe Bay and we'll show you some more of that as we get a bit of height. So we head forward down the side of the railway line now. We're heading down the promenade now and we'll walk by the station on our right hand side. And there's just a quick look at the station. And the pond's just outside of the station. At the station we come under the railway line and we decide to have a quick look round before we start, before we go back onto the promenade to carry on. And you can see all the different types of ducks waiting for the breakfast in front of the little pavilion. We're stood at the side of the monument and we're going to go down and feed them now. We brought some bird seed and we'll look round the lake and film a few of these, you know, quite distinctive ducks. Here we are, we've chucked some little bits of seed down now. These ducks are about, or geese, whatever they are, just a few feet in front of us. And a lot of these ducks and geese have been paid for by subscription. There's like a club that buys different types and introduces them to the lake. That's nice, is that? I don't know what they are though. We've been told this one's an eider duck, but we don't know if it is or not. It's only what we've been told.
Alone, is he?
No, no. Well, we've been told there's mandarin ducks here, but we can't see any. But we'll keep looking. There's a fair few. There must be 200 or 300 on here, ducks, different varieties. And geese, obviously. Well, we've been all round the lake and looks as if we've found a pair here. Mandarins. And we've just found 3 more there, look. Just with their heads tucked up. They're not displaying or nothing, but still nice. Oh, there's one with his head up. There they are. No, they've perked up to Asia. We're looking right into the sun on our left here, but we've got our mandarins, which we'd have been disappointed if we hadn't found them. Well, that'll do. So we're just making our way towards the monument now, and then we're going to go up on and then head towards the town centre. And the train there's off to Barrow-in-Furness. We head forward. And we're just outside of the railway station with the lake in front and the promenade behind us, looking down over the lake. We're down pretty low near the lake now and you can see the war memorial there, look. It's a nice place, is this. And here we are, we've got a mandarin duck there, look. Doesn't that look lovely on the lake? There he is coming towards us. Look, that's a mandarin, that. And they're very, very timid to them, but he's coming there, he's there. We follow the path alongside the railway line on your left and the pond on your right. We're heading towards the car park. At the end of the lake, we're out into the car park. You've got to pay for this car park, but there's a bit of free parking on the road. And we're heading towards the Commodore pub now. On our right hand side we've got the car park and the Commodore Inn, and Grange just at the back. So just in front of the Commodore pub at the end of the car park, or the beginning of the car park, you go under the railway line. We've come out onto the promenade, and if you look out straight forward, obviously you've got Morecambe Bay heading over towards Morecambe. As we look out along the promenade, we can see a heron there, look. We've got some deer out in the estuary. Looks as if they're maybe collecting lugworms or something. No, he's measuring. No, they're measuring up. Measuring. We walk down the promenade for another 300 yards until we see a sign on our right saying town centre. We cross over the railway line, go uphill. We get to the road, we come to a roundabout, clock tower and church, and we turn round the back of the church. Along the back of the church is Hampsfell Road. We walk 50 yards straight forward, across the T-junction, up the hill, round the bend to your right. So we're still steadily climbing up Hampsfell Road, looking for a left turn. We steadily keep walking uphill till we see a tarmac track off to your left. Public footpath sign says Charney Wood and Newbarrow Wood. We turn left there. We just keep heading on uphill past the lime kiln on your right hand side. As you come off the tarmac, walk forward 200 feet and take the left hand gate going slightly uphill. As soon as you get through the gate, the path splits into two. You take the right hand path. We've got open fields on our right hand side and the wood rises up on your left. You're walking with a taxi driver today. We're still inside the wood looking over the stone hedge. This is a new walk for us today, so we don't know what to expect. We just keep heading forward along the track in between the stone wall and the wood. We've just had a buzzard within about 30 feet. Couldn't get the camera out in time. But here's the view in front. We're looking over the wall. It's fantastic. It would have been a great shot if we could have got it. Just walk through the woods. You go uphill, then it starts dropping down for about 300 or 400 feet, and eventually you'll come out to a looks like a small village. We just head downhill now. Just walk down the stony track 200 or 300 feet. It joins the road, you turn immediate right. You'll see the yellow arrow on the telegraph pole. Walk to the end of the track, and as you get to the T-junction, look to your right and you'll see a sign saying Hampsfell. We turn right there. It goes up with the wood on your right and the hedge on your left hand side. We keep steadily walking uphill, keeping the wall on our left, cross over a stile, come out into an open field, and in front of you we've got Springbank. We walk up the side of the farm to the houses on the top, and then we turn left and we're heading towards the golf club and Cartmel. While we're here, we think we'll just give you a quick shot. We can see an old lime kiln, what's left of it, there in the middle of the field. Looks pretty good to me. Right, so we've come out over the stile and we turn immediate left, slightly downhill down the tarmac track, and we're looking for a turn off on your right. As we step over the stile at the top, we look behind and we can see the Kent Channel, and we're looking out over Morecambe Bay now. The sun's, which I'm not complaining about, it's January, is in our eyes. We take a shot, we hope it comes out. We keep heading forward, slightly downhill. We walk downhill about another 300 or 400 yards, and then we see a footpath on our right hand side, says Cartmel, so we turn right there. head forward now, we've got the golf course on our left, and the gorse and the slope of the hill on your right. We're following the fence line. Just keep walking along with the golf course on your left hand side, the gorse on your right. You'll see an old chair there that's broken. After the broken seat, look to the left hand side and you'll see over the stile it says Cartmel. We go over there through the golf course, heading towards Cartmel now. So we head forward now through the golf course, and just where the row of half a dozen trees are, on your right hand side you'll see the way markers on a little post. Walk to the end of the golf course, you'll see a little arrow says 5th tee, and just at the back of this, like a wall, you'll see the stile with Cartmel marked on it. So keep heading forward downhill. We just slowly go downhill towards the corner of the field, pick the road up, and then in 5 minutes we should be in Cartmel. We're just coming into Cartmel now. We're going to have a look around, quick bite to eat, and then head back because it's 1:30 and we haven't got a lot of time to get this one finished today. As we walk down towards Hag's Lane, we turn right over the little bridge and head towards the Priory. As we head towards the village centre, we can see the Priory on our right. And here we are, we're outside the Priory. We haven't got enough time today to have a look round, but it's only £3 a piece if you care to look. Well, we'll press on. We're stood in front of the Priory and we head forward towards the King's Arms and the centre of the village. We're just outside of the King's Arms now. On your left, on the right, we've got a restaurant and bar. We've got a shop round the corner selling various cheeses and chutneys and that. A brewery, a couple of cafes and various little shops and that going up the street. And they all look quite nice. And as we turn round and look down the stream, on our left hand side we've got the toilets, and in front of us we've got the riverside walk to the Royal Oak and beer garden on your right hand side. We just stood on the bridge now looking over the river the other way. And there on your right you've got the Rogan restaurant, just next to King's Arms. We're stood in the square just next to the water pump, looking down towards the King's Arms and the Royal Oak. On our left hand side we've got the monument, and as you go through the walls, the archway, you've got the Cavendish restaurant. So there's plenty of pubs and bars here. And then just in front we've got Cartmel sticky toffee, and the left hand side with that lad cycling, that leads onto the race course there, and there's toilets there as well. And here we are, this is Cartmel racecourse, and like I say, you've got plenty of pubs and restaurants and places to eat for the punters, but it's a nice little place just nestled in the bottom of the Lake District. And then just opposite the entrance at the front of the car park you've got a new information centre and toilets. But it was only opened last year. Well, we'll press on. So we come out of the racecourse again, walk by Cartmel Coffee, and then turn left into the archway and go across the front of the Cavendish Arms. And there's the archway we've just come under, and we can see the cross at the other side. We follow the road round, it comes round in a crescent, cross over the little bridge, we keep heading forward. And then we pass the Priory on our right hand side, we just keep walking up the road for now. At the top of the T-junction we turn left, and then 100 yards along, side of a birch hedge, you cross the road and turn right up the steps. So more or less within about another minute you're out into the fields. In front of you is Pit Farm on your right hand side of the hedge, and then we're going up to Hampsfell. We hope to get there before the sun drops, so we'll keep going. Walk to the end of the field, keeping the hedge on your right hand side. You'll come to the stile, turn immediate left, and within about 100 yards you turn right down the side of the building in front of you. And as we go by, we thought we'd take a quick shot of these cows feeding on silage. Mid-January, they look as if they're enjoying it as well. Well, we'll make that do. And we're out into an open field now. We just keep heading forward looking for the stile because we're going over the top. We're starting to climb towards Hampsfell now, towards the viewpoint. And as you can see, this is pretty steep, probably nearly 1 in 3, I guess. Well, that was a fair old climb with that, but we're up. We keep going. Just on the top, it levels a fraction. We can see a pylon in front of us, and there's like a bit of a crossroad. We turn left there. There's a bit of a post there with no markings on in 3 nails. Couple of trees in the distance. We're going to turn left and go uphill to get to the very top, because that's what we've come for. Well, we're nearly at the top, but not quite. We've just looked behind, looking over Morecambe Bay there, look. Bulk of the water's out. We're taking a quick shot now in case the light fades, because we've got cloud coming in behind. In real life, this is unbelievable. It's, you know, the light shining off the water and that, and the Kent Channel there, look. Morecambe Bay goes out seems to go out for miles. You know, all the mud flats are full of cockles and tiny insects, so there's plenty for the bird life to live on. We'll press on, see if we can get some better shots. We're heading forward. That's the viewpoint straight in front of us. We want to get there before it's too dark to take any pictures over the bay. And as we get up on the top, within about 200 or 300 yards of the tower now, or the viewing area, we're quite surprised to see limestone pavement. And here we are, we're looking inside the Hospice of Hampsfell. There's writing on either side on each wall by the look of it, and we'll stand back and take a shot inside now. It looks as if it's in a strange place, but it looks as if there's a fire and a chimney in there. And we'll stand back now and take a picture of the side, and then we're going to go up top. And there we are. There's a gate at the front, and as you go in, you could shelter in there if the weather's bad. You've got steps up the side, and we're going to go on the top and have a look round and take a few more photos. It's just a pity they want a bit more light. We had to leave this till the last because there wasn't much light this morning, and this is maybe as good a shot we were going to get all day by leaving it till last, and that's why we walked it the way we did. And this is from the top of the tower, looking over Morecambe Bay. And as you can see, the light's fading, but you know, we're not doing too bad. We've still got half an hour, 3/4 of an hour to get back. And if we turn round and look back to where we've been, we can see Cartmel in the estuary at the other side. And that post there is more or less the top of the steps as you come up. And you can see the limestone pavement. And while we're up here, we might as well give you direction. So if you go straight down the steps and just keep heading forward, we're heading towards Eggerslack Wood now. As you walk by the end of the wall, the path splits into 2. One follows the wall left and goes through the wall. The other one more or less goes straight forward. You're more or less heading towards Arnside Knot, which is that hump in the middle. Well, we're going to drop down into the wood soon, so we're just going to take 1 or 2 last shots before we do. And this is 4 o'clock, so, you know, in January we don't think we're doing too bad, really. And there's the Kent Channel in Arnside Knot. We're dropping down off the top now. The path's just a bit faint at this time of night. We can see a wall in front of us. There's a track at the other side, and that's what we're heading for. Well, we've come down off the top to the corner of the field. We go through the gate. We just keep heading forward down the track. And this will take us back to Grange. So walk down to the end of the track, 3 or 4 minutes. On your right hand side you've got a seat and a farm. In front of you you've got a sign, Grange-Over-Sands, 2/3 of a mile. So you turn left there, and then as you go downhill following the track back to Grange. Eggerslack Wood is on your left hand side. Well, this has been a new walk for us today. We've had to map read and film at the same time. We've been worried we might run out of daylight, but we've managed to get to Cartmel and up to Hampsfell in the Hospice, and here we are 4:30 and we're back into Grange-Over-Sands, virtually back to where we started. We hope you've enjoyed our walk in the Lake District. You've been walking with a taxi driver today.